Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Blockchain and Beyond. As always, I'm your host, Razan. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about JP Morgan and their blockchain platform called Onyx. So I'm going to give you a brief introduction to JP Morgan and their platform. We're going to go over some of their offerings and then also just some reflections of what I think of the work that they're doing. So JP Morgan don't really need an introduction, right? But if you don't know, JP Morgan are an investment bank and they offer financial services to other companies. And since 2020, they have, in their own words, pioneered the world's first bank-led blockchain platform. And as part of this platform, they have four main offerings that we're going to go over. These are Liink with two eyes, coin systems, Onyx digital assets, and blockchain launch. So Liink aims to be a information exchange layer between institutes, and the idea behind it is to serve three main purposes. The first one is called Confirm, and this is meant to validate account information. So when a user on a platform inputs their account information, this information will be sent to the blockchain platform to be verified. I would assume this would be done in a completely decentralized way. So you're not relying on, any particular server or node being up to verify this information. The second one that they're offering is check math, and this is to streamline the processing of checks. So in some places, checks are still manually processed. Some places have them processed automatically. So by streamlining the system, they can actually make the flow of money a lot quicker and a lot more convenient for more people. And then the third one is root logic, and this offers real-time foreign exchange decisions. So this can help companies make more informed decisions about foreign exchange. This could be receiving feeds from different brokers and facilitating these trades to make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck effectively. And this is quite a cool idea, right? Because a lot of the traditional banking system relies on a lot of centralized servers or other platforms being available. But if they're able to bring this all onto the blockchain, it kind of removes the need for some of them, and it probably makes the banking platform a little bit more open than what it currently is, especially for new entrants to the market. So the second offering is coin systems, and the aim here is to simplify domestic and cross-border payments. So whether this is trying to pay someone in a different country or to send, remittances to other countries, to make this more streamlined and easy to use. And the biggest thing here is that it's smart contract enabled. So payments can be integrated into complex solutions, which could involve multiple stages. For example, it could be once a payment from Alice has reached Bob, then the system will automatically execute a second payment from Bob to Charlie, for example. And that can all be automated using these smart contracts. And smart contracts is something that we see in a lot of blockchain platforms. So, as Onyx is aiming to be a modern blockchain solution, we would expect them to have smart contracts enabled. And the other thing is that they have multi-currency support, which is very much important in a world which has, hundreds of different currencies with people all over the world. The third offering that they have is Onyx digital assets, and this is slightly more confusing, but it's something which has a lot of potential. So the first thing that they offer is called intraday repo, or IR, and this enables short-term financing via collateral. So for example, a institute or bank may need some financing for a short period during the day. They may need financing for, perhaps 6 hours or, the whole working day, just to make use of a opportunity that they have found. So they are creating a system for which they can offer up collateral and get a loan for that very same day without much other interference. Because normally these processes will have to be done manually, which can be time consuming, which can mean the opportunity that they're looking at can disappear or be taken up by someone else. The second offering they have as part of the Onyx digital assets is the tokenized collateral network, or TCN. And this aims to tokenize illiquid assets so they can be traded and used for collateral. So a lot of assets such as corporate debt or corporate finance can be quite illiquid because they have so many different parameters. It's hard to bundle them up together with similar assets. So by bringing this all under one roof, it makes these assets much more easier to use. Now the fourth one is something called blockchain launch, and this is comprised of a specialized team to help develop new apps, not only for JP Morgan's own use but also for their clients. And it can help their clients leverage new features of the blockchain, such as digital identity, decentralized finance, and even robotics. And their main aim is to also support the onboarding of clients onto the Onyx platform, which makes a lot of sense, especially since I believe the Onyx blockchain platform will be a private blockchain solution. It makes sense that they would have a specialized team to help them, organize this and onboard their systems onto Onyx. So just some reflections of the things that we've gone over. So the first one was Liink, which is the information sharing platform. A similar technology has already been used in Estonia for quite a number of years, and this platform is called X, and it allows Estonia to integrate all the government services into one, or rather into one information source, which means that there is a lot less duplication of information, and there's a lot more clarity on what financial services are being used by certain parties and which ones are not. A reflection of coin system is the functionality sounds similar to XRP. It enables cross-border liquidity and cross-border payments, which makes, without getting too deep into it, it removes the need for banks to have like Nostro and Vostro accounts in different currencies. Finally, we have the Onyx digital assets, and this is the tokenization of stocks and commodities, and it seems a little bit similar to a platform called Securitize on Algorand. So what Securitize do is they take a number of assets and they tokenize them into almost like a fund, and this fund is then tradable on the blockchain. And this benefits from, traditionally these assets being quite illiquid, but by using the blockchain, everything is much faster and everything can be, redeemed for its underlying assets at a later point. So Onyx digital assets seems to be, building part of that. So as a kind of overall or broad reflection, they're kind of integrating a lot of good things from a lot of different platforms, right? So they're integrating something from Estonia and Xroad, but they're also integrating something that XRP does, and also what's being developed on Algorand or being developed on other platforms. So it kind of seems they want to build kind of a one-stop shop for everything, payment and trade related, which is quite an ambitious goal for sure. But I think it definitely has a lot of potential, and JP Morgan have the resources to actually build this platform. My biggest reservation right now would probably be more relating to the fact that if it's a private blockchain platform, not everyone will have access to it. People would have to sign up to use it, and these would be large institutes or someone else, and it may make it a bit inaccessible for perhaps smaller firms or smaller countries to actually use. But this is something that can change over time, and obviously we'll see how this platform develops, because perhaps being a public blockchain solution is as part of their plan in the future, where people can all run their own individual nodes. So anyway, that wraps up everything I wanted to cover today. It was quite interesting learning about, a enterprise like JP Morgan building their own blockchain solution, and it has potential, and it will be interesting to see where it goes. And I really like that they're kind of just pulling on the best parts from different platforms to actually make it work, and they seem to know what they're doing, right? They are a big institute. They have a lot of funding and financing available. They're able to allocate the resources that they need to build a blockchain platform, because building a blockchain platform isn't an easy task. It is quite difficult. So, they definitely have potential to make this work. But yeah, as always, if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to reach out to me. It'll be great to hear from you. But until next time, thank you and goodbye.